So my friends and I went on a crazy road trip yesterday. Anyways, I think it's time for a little quiet time, a little me time, and I am taking myself out on an artist date. Welcome to Passionfroot, where we pursue lives of purpose together. The other visual artist on this channel, Mary Ellen, actually went on her own artist date, and that is a video already on our channel, so you should go check that out. We are reading The Artist's Way right now as a part of a Passionfroot book club. In that book, Julia Cameron recommends going on one artist date per week, purely for fun, all by yourself, just to entertain the artist in you / your inner child. And I'm gonna do that today. Artist dates are not just for artists. They are self-dates to entertain and nurture your inner child, which is where your creativity comes from. We're ready. Here on Passionfruit, we believe that everyone has the capacity for creativity because it's how we were made. And we believe it's actually a vital part of yourself to nurture. An artist date is just one of the ways to do it, and Julia Cameron, the author of The Artist's Way, swears by them. So I thought, in light of the extremely hot weather, it would be a great day to go swimming for my artist date. I decided to go to this little resort off of some backcountry roads that I had been meaning to check out for a while. I walk in to find them blaring country rock music, which isn't really surprising, and I stake my claim on a little patch of grass beside the pool. After taking a quick dip to get cooled off, I settled down to enjoy a relaxing afternoon of snacking, reading, poetry, and writing. Another Sunday morning comes, and I resume the standing Sabbath of the woods, where the finest blossoms of time return, and where no path is worn, but wears its makers out, at last, and disappears in leaves of fallen seasons. The tracked rut fills and levels, here nothing grieves in the risen season. Past life lives in the living, resurrection is in the way each maple leaf commemorates its kind, by connection, outreaching, understanding. What rises, rises into comprehension and beyond. Even falling raises in praise of light. What is begun is unfinished, and so the mind that comes to rest among the bluebells comes to rest in motion, refined by alteration. The bud swells, opens, makes seed, falls, is well, being, becoming what it is. After reading a bit of poetry, I decided it was time to do some Artist's Way work. This book is probably the most helpful book I've ever read, and this is my second time working through it. I'm enjoying it even more this time around because I'm reading it with other people in the Passionfruit book club. The whole book is designed to reconnect you with your creativity. There are 12 chapters, and each chapter has a series of tasks for you to do at the end that helps with the process. Today, I decided to do the task of writing an encouraging letter to myself. This was interrupted, however, because I discovered that something was in my hair that should not be there. I just reached up and felt my hair at one point, and I noticed there was a little something that kind of felt like a bug. There were all these bees flying all over the place, so I immediately thought that it was a bee that had just gotten stuck, but it wasn't buzzing or anything, so I thought maybe it's dead. At one point I didn't feel it in there anymore, so I thought, okay, I guess I've gotten it out. So I was looking around, and my eye caught on a little June bug in the grass with a little bit of hair sticking out from it. Also, nobody needs to mention the fact that this looks like some gray hair. I think he got attached to one of my very few pieces of gray hair. After that experience, I felt the need to put my hair up. I tried to continue writing, but he was very distracting because he was very beautiful, and I continued watching him for a while, admiring his beautiful colors, the white dots around his body, and noticing the interesting way his antenna branched out into 3 little ends. The little guy ended up just chilling next to me for a while, recovering from his probably traumatic experience. But soon enough, he recovered the strength to fly off onto better things. I continued writing as the afternoon lingered on. However, as we got closer to evening, the bees around my blanket kept multiplying. It was close to closing time anyway, so I decided to let the bees have their space to themselves and headed out. And that concludes my artist date. So the unfortunate part of this was that I don't know what happened to this earring. These little earrings I have do fall off from time to time if I like rub against it or something, and it happened here. And I went back and tried to look in the spot that I thought I was sitting for like 10 minutes, but I just decided to cut my losses. It's very tiny, so I figured it was kind of a lost cause. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay, life moves on. And before we end this video, I wanted to leave you all with some ideas to go on your own artist dates. Now, this next part was filmed while traveling, so please forgive the slightly disjointed feel of it and the lesser quality video. But I believe this part was important to include so that you can walk away from this video with some inspiration. I had a really nice time on this artist date. Something I'm constantly learning, and something that we very much believe here on Passionfroot, is that productive activities don't always include only those that make or lead to money. And it's so easy to fall into that belief in the world of today, where it seems like money and success are the most prized goals. But activities that help us take care of ourselves and help us to live a more well-rounded and fulfilling life are extremely productive and important. When I first read through The Artist's Way, artist dates were the hardest things for me to do because time is always a scarce resource for me, at least, and probably for many people watching. But I found that when I saw artist dates as equally important to the other things that I have to do in life, it was easier for me to prioritize them and make sure I made time out of my week to do them. Just think about this. Your career may change as you move through life, and career is very important, and yes, making money is very important because that's how we live in this world. However, while your career may change, your creativity will always be in you, and that is something that's worth investing in. You will always have it, and it will be better, and it will reward you more the more you spend time with it and invest in it. Your inner child. Spend time with your inner child. Now, I would like to end this video by giving you some ideas for going on artist dates of your own. One idea is exactly what I did, and that is to go swimming. Whether it's the ocean or wading in a creek or going to the pool or even just like running through the sprinklers in your front yard. You know you loved to do that when you were a kid, and you know you would love to do that now. Go to an art museum to stimulate your brain and jumpstart your creativity and entertain your color-loving inner child. Try out a new restaurant or a new coffee shop. And when you do this, maybe pay attention to everything that's happening around you. What is the landscape of the coffee shop? What are the conversations going on? What other sounds do you hear? The clatter of dishes, the turning of pages. Let your brain really wonder whenever you go to these kinds of spaces. You could do a reading date. Take your favorite book or a new book and head to a local park. Go to Barnes & Noble and get some hot chocolate and read one of the books in the store. Go to a library, of course, that would be a great option. Or even just make a special cozy spot in your living room or maybe on your front porch to read. You really don't have to leave home, and you really don't have to spend any money either on these. You could set aside some time one night to make an extra special meal for yourself. And don't forget to light the candles. This one could be difficult if you have people living with you, because ideally you go on these artist dates by yourself. That is one of the rules that Julia Cameron set up in The Artist Way. Another idea is to go on a color walk. I like to do this sometimes, where you just take a walk down your road and you look for a specific color. And I like to take photos of the things I see in that color, or you could just look for them and play like a little game of I Spy. You could visit a farmer's market. These are always so fun for just entertaining like all of your senses. Julia Cameron had a cool idea in the book that I wanted to share as well, and that is just take like $5 and go to a local dollar store and just buy like the fun little things that you're automatically drawn to, or that your child self would automatically be drawn to, like little post-it notes, cute little notebooks, colored pens. Now, when she wrote the book and she said $5, dollar stores were just $1 for everything back then. Might be more expensive now, but that kind of a date sounds really fun to me. I invite you to comment your own ideas down below. I would love to hear what some of you guys come up with, and also if you are going on an artist date or if you have gone on artist dates, please share that below as well. Lastly, if you are interested in joining our book club, you are more than welcome to. We did start already, but we're only like 4 weeks in, I want to say, and there are 12 weeks total. So if you would like to join late, you're welcome to, or you can just join the Discord and be ready for the next book that we read together. And the link to join our Discord is in the description. I do highly recommend The Artist's Way, so whether it's with us in our book club or by yourself, I do think you should read it. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, and we will be back with a new video next Thursday. In the meantime, check out our Instagram and our TikTok, and also check here for YouTube Shorts as we post very regularly. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend and wonderful future artist dates, and let's keep growing together. Bye!